Deforestation of the Amazon.
Hi, Emma.
Hey, Ange.
I can't believe we're going to Amazon rainforest next week. I'm so excited.
Me too. There's so much biodiversity there. Imagine all the species we're going to get to see.
Which place are we landing? In Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, or Ecuador?
I think we're going to be landing in Brazil.
Oh, okay. Let's go upstairs and start packing.
Okay. Angela, do you think it's going to be warm in the rainforest?
I have no idea, but look what I just saw.
Oh my god, what is that?
I think it's the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest.
Oh, I heard about the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest. It's becoming a really serious problem.
Really? What's happening there?
Well, look at the video. For the past 40 years, the rainforest has been suffering because of deforestation. That means people are cutting down the trees to make more land for housing and urbanization, timber, large-scale cash crops such as soy, oil, and cattle ranching.
Oh, I see. This is a problem because forest loss contributes between 12% and 17% of annual global greenhouse gas emissions. Deforestation is considered to be one of the contributing factors to global climate change. Trees absorb greenhouse gases and carbon emissions. They produce oxygen and help with the water cycle by releasing water vapor into the atmosphere. Without trees, forest lands can quickly become bare.
Deforestation of the Amazon, killing of the trees.
What is the rainforest? The rainforest is a boreal forest that covers the Amazon basin of South America. This land covers 5,500,000 square kilometers, which includes territory belonging to 9 nations. It is often known as the lungs of the planet because it produces more than 20% of the world's oxygen. More than 10 million species of animals, birds, and insects can be found in this rainforest. Though 9 nations cover these lands, in the 1500s there were between 6 million and 9 million natives, while today there's only an estimated 250,000 natives left.
This forest covers many different countries, such as Chile, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Guinea, Suriname, and French Guiana. What is deforestation? When trees are cut down in order to make room for other activities, such as make more land available for housing and urbanization, timber, large-scale cash crops such as soy and palm oil, and cattle ranching. Companies will generally burn trees or clear-cut them. Burning these trees will cause insects to die, while there's a better chance for the animals to escape. Many will still die, therefore aiding in the extinction of many rare animals. Since trees absorb carbon emissions and greenhouse gases, the large number of trees being cut down will have a negative impact on the climate change.
Environmental consequences. Loss of biodiversity. The first consequence is the loss of biodiversity. This is a huge environmental problem, seeing as this causes different species to lose their habitat or become unable to live on the land they have left. Animals and insects losing their habitat will cause these animals to go extinct, which has been happening in large quantities since the beginning of the existence of the world. We have undergone 5 major periods of extinction, one of which was the cause of the end of the dinosaurs. Researchers say that we are about to live through the 6th massive period of extinction. This is caused by habitat destruction, including human-induced climate change. This is the result of many different aspects, but the large amounts of greenhouse gases emitted and the destruction of habitats are 2 large factors. 1 in 10 known species live in the Amazon, but we are losing 137 plants, animals, and insect species every single day. Also, 1.5 acres of rainforest are lost every second. Scientists have counted about 100 to 300 species in only 2.5 acres of area, which is about 1 hectare, in South America. 70% of plants in the rainforest are trees, and since about 40% of the world's oxygen comes from the Amazon rainforest, cutting down these trees are dangerous, not only for humans, but for animals also.
Rainforests once covered 14% of the Earth's land surface. Now they cover a mere 6%, which is problematic since a single pond in Brazil can sustain a greater variety of fish than is found in all of Europe's rivers. During the last half-century, the very finite Amazon has lost at least 17% of its forest cover, having their nature disrupted, and numerous important species have been subjected to resource exploitation. Since about 1/4 of all the medicines we use come from the rainforest plants, it is very dangerous that plants are being cut down. The second consequence is habitat degradation, which causes forest fires and droughts, which is very harmful to not only the biodiversity, but the soil, but also the tribes of people that live there. Fires in the Amazon savanna areas can burn quickly, spreading up to 330 feet, which is 100 meters, per minute. There are also understory fires that reach on average only a few feet high, barely visible, that may burn for weeks at a time, spreading only a few feet per minute. These fires can kill 10 to 50% of the trees in the area of the fire. The fire can ruin soil, making it weak, kill trees, animals, and insects.
Modified global climate has the ability to absorb the pollutant, which is CO2, and reduce it, but also increase the presence of the CO2 gases released while burning trees. The wild and deadly forest fires are the cause of this, which is one of the top methods of deforestation.
Against the flames that have already ravaged parts of Brazil's Amazon rainforest. Nearly 100 homes have been destroyed.
This is terrible. I know my house is still intact, but this is terrible.
More than 200 people were hospitalized for smoke inhalation. So far, no deaths have been reported. Dry winds continue to fan the flames in the rainforest, and there is little relief in sight. Rainfall is not expected until early September. Deborah Luderbeck, Reuters.
Loss of water cycling. It reduces the critical water cycling services provided by trees. Water vapor that are brought by the wind to central-south region, where there is a majority of the agriculture. Brazil's annual harvest has a value of about $65 billion and depend on every single drop of rainfall from the water vapor. When there is a reduction in the rainfall, it leads to droughts that have major environmental impacts, which can lead to fires. Social consequences. Forest reduction impacts us socially because people are less able to benefit from the natural resources these ecosystems provide. This can lead to an increase in poverty, where people may need to move in order to find forests that will be able to sustain them. The natives are losing their land and their homes to this activity. As the earth becomes more populated, the Amazon forest is used more and more as extra land. The trees have started to be cut down in order to make rooms for the families and human beings.
18% of the total Amazon is gone. 25% of this 18% are private properties, and 1.5% of protected areas are 1.63 are used as reserves and natural parks, and 1.46% of the protected areas are indigenous territories. Economic consequences. Deforestation of the Amazon has the ability to affect us in more ways than one. Economically, it provides us with a short-term economic flow, but the jobs coming from this are temporary and unsustainable, since once the trees are gone, there is nothing left for them to do. Also, it benefits us in a biodiversity sense. The fees coming from ecotourism would have the ability to protect 114 of the 143 forest bird species, which is about 80%.
Solutions. In order to try and save our rainforests, we can firstly set aside reserved lands for the native people to live because we are continuously killing their home and forcing them off their land. Secondly, we can try to limit deforestation activities such as logging, since every minute we lose about 2,000 trees. We can try to protect more land. As of right now, 7 million hectares of the land is being protected, but we must try to protect even more.
Whoa, that's so crazy that our world is killing something as beautiful as this rainforest.
I know, we need to start helping preserve it. Maybe we can educate others on what's happening.
I hope so. Well, I guess we should get back to packing.